about infinite banking and the IUL and kind of starting to get into investments, why was it important for you to kind of dedicate the energy towards looking into this policy further and kind of reaching out to us?
Well, the from what I had learned from social media or whatnot, it sounded what I'm saying, it sounded pretty prominent or whatnot, but it's always steps that it's always steps that they leave out for you to buy their template or whatnot, which is always over cost. So it's like, how can I find someone actually show me step by step to how to get the process even started? That's the hardest part, getting the process started. And that's what made this particular company very significant to, my start on my wealth growth or whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's great, and I definitely appreciate that you kind of saw the vision that we had and that it kind of aligns with your vision as well. And so I'm really glad that, social media and the algorithms kind of brought us together so that we could do business together and partner up together. Um, so how long did it take you to start taking action towards getting an IUL set up? From the time that you first found out what it was, how long did it kind of take you to actually take that action?
Um, the moment I decided to stop procrastinating, that's when things got moving. It wasn't really um the company that was you know um postponing getting things started. It was more me actually taking the risk and actually, what I'm saying, applying the knowledge that you guys were supplying or whatnot. And once I did my due diligence and uh follow the steps that you had on your YouTube videos, which are very, very, very important and very prominent. I would say that all the time. I say that a lot, but I really mean, like, those videos was very helpful, and it helped me understand a lot, and that's what made me book the consultation or whatnot.
Yeah,
Everything was simplified or whatnot to the point where a average person who haven't been exposed to any type of financial information or literacy can actually comprehend what you guys put out there. So yeah, it was pretty what they say, expedited.
yeah, for sure. No, you know, after asking, people a lot of questions in terms of, why us, that seems to be a very common theme is that, we're able to take something that, front facing might seem very complex or, very complicated and just kind of break it down so that everybody can just kind of jump on our YouTube channel, gather a ton of new data sets, gather new information, and then from there kind of apply it to their personal finances. So I'm super glad that you kind of feel the exact same way. Um, you kind of actually briefly touched on this a little bit, some of your self-talk, and some of the doubts that you kind of had. Kind of walk us through a little bit more of what was some of that self-talk and what were some of the doubts that you had prior to taking action?
For the most part, when you don't have the proper knowledge, you live in like a scarce mindset or whatnot. So even if the knowledge sounds legit and it's laid out thoroughly for you, if you wasn't raised up in that type of background, it just goes in one ear and out the other. And one of my favorite quotes I come up with is taking a risk and not taking a risk is still a risk. So, my mentor always tell me to practice what I preach. Me, okay, the only way I know if this thing gonna work or not if I take the risk, because if I don't take the risk, it's still a risk. And what type of life do I want to leave behind for my child and my grandchildren when they come about?
I love that, man. I love that quote. Yeah. And to kind of go along with that as well, like a lot of people just don't know what they don't know, right?
Yeah.
You kind of have to dive in, and you gotta have to, the best way to learn is through doing and experience, right? So I love that. You have that great mindset there. What was the magnet or the thing that attracted you to the IUL?
The step by step layouts on the YouTube that I had watched. Yeah,
Okay.
it was simplified to the point where a kindergarten could understand what's going on
Yeah.
or whatnot. And that type of information is very heavy information. Like some of the stuff that you teach her, you don't even hear that in college
Yeah.
or what.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. So that's more so what you liked about our YouTube channel, but kind of like what was it specifically about the IUL that attracted you to wanting to use it, right? Because many people could hear about it and not decide to move forward to actually getting one in force. What what was it about the IUL specifically that you were like, oh man, I like this, so I want to use it for this?
The the compound interest and most definitely the cash value.
Okay.
Understand excuse me. Having the access to access money that you put in for so many years is very, very prominent or whatnot, and it can help you get out of detrimental situations once you have the proper knowledge the proper knowledge on how money works and how to make money work for you or whatnot. Having that tool, having that vehicle or whatnot, and not understanding what type of vehicle it is, and not understanding that money is just not something that you just make and spend or whatnot, and to understand that uh, um, you don't you don't do business to make money. You make money to do business, and that's what, like, what I'm saying, that's what really triggered my mind. Like, okay, I can, if I have the discipline, if I apply the discipline and allow this money to build up over the years, and take the money that I would mess off and invest it in this plan and let the compound interest grow, I actually can do something with this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's huge. Um, so what would you say, um, what would the you today say to the you of a year ago when thinking about moving through this process? What words of wisdom would you give yourself, the version of you from, 12 months ago?
Stop procrastinating. Stop
Mm,
procrastinating. Take that risk. Because if you don't take that risk, you're still taking a risk.
I love that. I love that. Well, those are all the questions I have for you, Montrel. It was an absolute pleasure. Richie, did you have anything else that you wanted to kind of ask Montrel before we kind of let him go?
Yeah, Montrell, would you recommend this to your friends, to your family, or who would you recommend this product to? Like, what type of people would you recommend this service or our company or just working with us to?
I would recommend this program to people that are doing rather than trying, because trying is the same thing, but doing is actually putting things in action, putting your perspective in action, putting your thoughts in action or whatnot. And most people are just looking for the information just to regurgitate it, or just to say that they have it, but to actually execute is a totally different level of pursuing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got from you. You know, it was super cool to be able to work with you and like have you ask the questions that you asked me because I could tell that, you know, you really care about your finances and that you wanted to make sure that you were working with the right people. And I can just tell you have a really good head on your shoulders, Montrell, and I'm super excited to see the progress and just have this IUL work for you, man. And then I look forward to working with you in the future when it comes time to, you know, investing in real estate. Me and Ryan are right by your side, man. You know, if you ever need to call me, you know, I got Ryan's number. If you ever want to call him, doesn't matter. You let us know. We want to be right there by your side. I don't want to make this like a transactional type of thing. If you ever need to call us about anything, do it. If you just want to talk to us, shoot us a text, shoot us a call. If we don't answer, we're probably just working with somebody else. But
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, absolutely. And just to kind of piggyback off that too, obviously you got your IUL to leverage the infinite banking concept to get into real estate. So your questions, don't always only have to be about the IUL. Richie and I are full-time investors. I heavily invest in a lot of commercial multifamily real estate. Richie is super into crypto. And so, we all here at Enhanced Wealth, we have, different things that we're really into. And so if you have questions about just investing, finance, mindset, literally anything and anything that has to do with enhancing your wealth, like never hesitate to reach out.
Yeah.